Society continues to collapse.
New video shows the moment NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Davis is put in handcuffs and taken off a United Airlines flight. His wife is stunned. The Denver Broncos legend says the FBI agent told him, "Don't fight it."
Society continues to collapse. Society continues to collapse and collapse rapidly. Once innocent interactions between people are now leading to arrest and court cases. Why is this happening? And how will it affect us going forward? Watch to the end of the video to find out why society continues to collapse and the harmful effects that it will have on all of us. Now let's jump into the video.
Davis was on the flight with his wife Tamiko and 3 kids and had just landed in Orange County, California. He says the incident stemmed from when he had asked a flight attendant for ice.
I put my hand up first and I was trying to get his attention and he didn't see it, so I politely tapped him on his shoulder. And when I did that, he swung his arm around and he said, "Don't hit me."
He spoke to Gayle King on CBS Mornings.
Did other passengers say anything?
Yeah, one passenger in front of me turned around and said that you didn't hit him. He said, "I saw it, you didn't hit him." I was like, "Yeah, of course I didn't hit him."
The Super Bowl champ says he completely forgot all about the incident until they landed, and he suddenly saw law enforcement board the plane and cuff him.
And that moment, I felt powerless, I felt embarrassed.
I jumped up and I said, "Wait a minute." And I said, "What are you doing?"
I spoke with their attorney, Parker Steiner.
What was this like for Mrs. Davis, for their children to watch Terrell Davis, NFL legend, be taken off this plane?
They were humiliated, embarrassed, scared. Those are horrific experiences for any family. When I look at the facts here, I can't see how race did not play a role.
Davis, who says he was released with no citation or charges, plans on suing United. Meantime, the airline says the flight attendant was put on leave.
Now, guys, I want to tell you something. To be very clear, this 100% was not race related. Is it possible that there could have been some bias because of ethnicity? Maybe, but this is not a race related thing. This has way more to do with mental health. I'm telling you, it has way more to do with mental health. After the events of 2020, people are not well. We saw that. This whole thing where people were told that we needed to, remain a certain distance from one another to ensure that our communities would be better, safer. That has taken a toll on human beings. We could see what it did to Gen Z, where these people no longer want to go out. They don't forget about touching grass. They don't want to leave their homes. They're staying home. They're spending all of their time sleeping and farting. This is not taking a jab at any specific group within Gen Z, the males or the females. They're both doing this. All they do is sleep and fart. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to work. They don't want to do anything other than consume. And it's a major problem. Social media has messed all of us up. And a lot of that goes hand in hand with the events of 2020. You could not go onto YouTube without seeing something telling you that the sky was falling. Everywhere you turn, technology was horrific. You wanted to take an Uber. Oh my God, you have to use an app. You have to use an app. And you have to scan your face. Oh, the driver said that you weren't properly complying with the last request. We can disable your app. Every time you get into the Uber now, you need to scan your face. That was a preview of the future for all of us. Absolute preview of a dystopia. Do you remember this one? That you couldn't you'd get calls during, for example, if you went to the hospital and certain results came back conclusive for something that I won't mention, you would get a call from the sheriff and they would tell you, do not leave the house and you may be visited by the sheriff's department. And, if you do, you can end up in prison and face a massive fine. It was mental. It was horrible mentally. Think about the impact that it had on Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Think about people who were, let's say, when this happened, 16 years old or 15. What about someone who was 5? a lot of them never recovered. That's why they're having behavioral issues right now. Gen Alphas all around the world are having serious behavioral issues to the point that many teachers in every country are quitting. Teachers from South Korea to the US, teachers are quitting because of how bad it is. And these children can't read. They cannot read at all. They can't read. The years that they spent not in school were horrific. Gen Z already had significant problems with reading and math. And it's like, you know, I'll see in the comments sometimes where Gen Zers or their parents will mention that a lot of these kids graduated from high school and when they could barely pronounce words in class, like they had trouble sounding it out because they took phonics out of the schools. So these kids don't know what the hell they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing anymore. It is just so bad. And everyone is on edge. Like, guys, everyone is on edge. You don't know who you're dealing with anymore. There are moments, even for myself, where I have to like catch myself and say, no, bro, you need to take it easy. Don't escalate things. Don't go to that point. Don't throw your entire life away. You know, because like you get angry sometimes. You can get, and after everything that has happened, it has people living in, you know, people are still there. A lot of people are mentally still there. And then talk about hyperinflation. People can't afford anything anymore. You cannot afford food. A lot of you that are listening to my videos, you don't care because it's crazy. But men walking away has grown so much over the last year. And even before we had the label men walking away, you know, there were people already living the lifestyle. And a lot of you that listen, you're like, you know, you've walked away. A lot of you don't even work anymore. Or if you do work, you only work enough to survive and thrive. And you're living far below your means. So you're not spending money on anything. Like there's a lot of you who will not buy, forget about McDonald's. You won't even buy groceries at the grocery store, at the supermarket. You won't shop at Walmart. You're going to like specialty dealers and all kinds of stuff. So for you, like you don't give a damn. But for the average person, it's crazy. The average person is suffering. Food now costs about 4 times, just from the grocery store. We're not talking about McDonald's. All right, McDonald's is ridiculous. But food now costs around 4 times or more what it did. Groceries, all right, costed back in 2020. It's insane. Like when you see the videos, when you see these videos of people like showing you what the grocery bills were like back in 2020, and then you're looking at what the grocery bills are like now, and it's a complete different reality, and you see it for yourself, you're like, what the hell? Like this is 3 to 4 times what we were paying 4 years ago. Like how can things increase this much 4 times? No, that's ridiculous. Everyone is on edge, especially with everything that everyone is dealing with. It's just made the situation that much worse. It's not getting better.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I just like looked through my Walmart history, and I found this like Walmart order from 2 years ago for the whole month worth of groceries. 45 items cost $126. A whole month of groceries just for me, basically. But I did notice this reorder all button, and I wanted to see how much it would cost now. Now, this order of 45 items for 1 month would have cost $414. That is 4 times more. How the fuck? How? Like, what?
Yeah. Welcome to reality. You know, and there you have your answer. Society continues to collapse because we are further moving towards a world where we are all separated from one another. Everyone is on edge, and a lot of it is the result of social media and the events of 2020. Mentally, people have not recovered, and we can see the harmful impact both social media and the years of distancing have had upon Gen Z and Gen Alpha. What this means for society is a more divided world with an ever-increasing number of conflicts. This is absolutely a miserable thing. Truly, truly miserable thing, guys, for all of us. By the way, If you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy and to subscribe to the newsletter. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? Society continues to collapse. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. Men walking away, and cheers.